is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Yes, yes.
I got one. Check. 55 to Mike. Check.
Clear.
55 to Mike.
Ready.
In his own end zone, it's Manning. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Come on, set.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. He said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get it.
First carry for the Hall of Famer Emmitt Smith. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. So the first carry of the game under the belt for Emmitt Smith. And, of course, in his career, over 18,000 rushing yards, the all-time leader.
He can probably rest easy for a while about people chasing that number down. He's going to stay at the top because everyone's flinging it around instead of running it. We're going to need a real running back renaissance and an emphasis on the ground game to put that record in jeopardy. Is anyone even close right now?
Frank Gore about 6,000 away, and then AP 7,000 away still around there.
Wow, that's a lot of yards to make up. I think Emmitt Smith feels pretty good about the number he posted. 18,355 yards.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Manning. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Manning. And this one's incomplete.
Used to have a coach who used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Here we go.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Topper.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Boom. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. It's a party now.
A first down throw coming for Vic. Oh, he's going to air it out right. He's got a man complete. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Randy Moss, an even 90 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keep your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit.
This is PlayStation 4, bro.
You've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, you noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well
Point
done.
A, B, and C.
50, plant.
Let's go one more.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike 5-5.
Right up.
Throwing on first down is Madden. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ready?
A give to Smith out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, Jet. Go.
From the 39, Madden. That's complete to Sharp. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Got it.
7 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Outlaw. Go.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Ready? Protein.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now Emmett. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now Manning. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
No, this is squad.
To be wrong dictates that we say New England next, and rightly so because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes has gotten together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ain't no such thing as a loss.
Echo! Mike Vick.
Here's Michael Vick. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Rob Gronkowski as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Let's go!
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Let's go.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this.
What's going on, man? We're fucking getting our ass whooped, bro.
And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
What I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on 2nd down. Vick, and he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Gets it to Gordon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down. They will indeed go for it. Vick. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Randy Moss, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken very short. And he is going to be brought down at the 3-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try to put points on the board.
A carry for the fullback. It's Corey Schlesinger. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice play, baby, nice play.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 4-yard line.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Back near the goal line. Here's Manning. It's caught. Cooper. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. 22 yards there. A first down. A first down carry for Smith. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. And the NFL's all-time leading rusher, Emmitt Smith, really solid gain there. Although during his day, he wasn't necessarily known for the huge chunk yardage plays, was it?
That's so true, because when you think of Emmitt,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
And the Jets, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 70, Indy.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Snap.
From the gun, it's Manning. Flushed out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Mike, check. 59.
Look, squeeze. Shoot.
Working from the gun, Manning. And this is caught at the 8. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Help out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it.
Bro, man. All right.
As his guys will get the football back.
I respect it.
It's been a Terry now to
I
kick
can't
it
believe my teammate wants to quit after he throws all these picks.
This one fielded at the 5.
And gave up 2 fucking touchdowns. Come on, dog. Can't be mad at nobody but yourself. You might as well just sit in here and stick it the fuck out, bro.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Let's go.
Throwing again on second down. Vick. He'll run it. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new 7 downs. So this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Right here, right here.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ricky.
Vick readies to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
You're on an island. Hey, 81 right there. He's sneaking.
To throw again on second down. Vick firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to.
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up.
Go, man.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game.
I might not win this game because you bum-ass niggas took advantage of my teammate, but it's cool.
And while it won't likely cost them in this game,
I'm still going to try it.
regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior. So the fumble recovery, and now Manning.
Oh, no. Good pick, bro. Fuck.
My goodness. It's the Pro Bowler Luke
That was terrible, dog.
He will return this
All
one
right,
to the
that's cool.
30-yard line.
Let's just get this shit over with
I get
now.
it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, there
never
aren't too
mind.
many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
I get that
Slay
shit.
with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran
I don't know
quarterback
his
back there.
playbook.
He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Ready. 6-6, bullet high.
So we got man.
Hit it.
They'll run on 1st down. Smith. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Eagles' 36-yard line.
Come on,
After the
set.
loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
59. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Check 50. Check 50.
Shotgun now for Manning. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper.
Oh, no.
It'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson
Bro, I tried to go get that
2
shit.
minutes to go in this
All right.
football game.
Respect it.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Steps away to his left. Incomplete. They're still throwing the football here now.
Come here,
Obviously,
boy.
the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
Being chased out left. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
33. Hey, watch the slant.
On 4th down, Vick eluding the pressure right.
Come on!
Complete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw.
Mike, I got you. I got you.
Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down.
No gain on this defense. Orbit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Manning. That's complete to Smith.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position
Get
you
some
play.
points, dog. I'm going to try to get some fucking
ball may
points.
come your way.
Even if I don't get this right here, if I don't throw an interception, I'm kicking a field goal, bro. Fuck that.
Gator.
I could have beat these kids, bro.
Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync.
Yeah, I'm petty, Doug. I'm taking my point.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Check line 33. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw. Looking deep down.
Ah, bro. Gets me every time with that shit, dog.
Randy Moss, 41 yards. And the Eagles are going to push
whatever.
out in front.
Okay.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. The ball comes out. The big fella. He's at the 50. The 40. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Oh, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Gronkowski again, he was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4".
A 2nd down throw for Vick. It's caught by OBJ. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Check tight. Zoom, zoom. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. He's scared.
Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Vic will look to throw on first down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
3 down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Silver. Mike's 5-4.
Hey.
Mike's 5-4.
Squeeze, double. Mike. Ball trot. Mike 54.
From the red zone now, Vic to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Cut.
Well, they're going to throw it here with Vic. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle. I get, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Well, we saw action to the final whistle in this one. Not only the touchdown at the end to add to their lead, then they tried to put more on top of the 2-point conversion but didn't get it.
That's someone that wants to win and by as many as possible. They don't get the 2-point conversion to add on top, but just the idea of going for it with that type of a lead already when they didn't need to do so, that tells you what his mentality is. He is an attack coach. Always attack.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
We got this.
Yellow, on the line, Eddie!
Double tight, guys, double tight.
On first down, Dickerson. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Mike.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
H3, 218, chop.
Here's Mahomes to throw. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now a give, right side. Dickerson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
And a first down.
Let's go, little lady!
Run.
Yellow!
Nice 7, let's go.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is taken him one-handed. What a catch.
Let's go, baby.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Aaron Donald just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Jackson. Cooper's got it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards, the final tally. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Jamal Adams. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Results in a first down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. Mahomes now to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick.
Hey, let's go.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd down coming up.
Here we go. 70 ending. 65. You must be dreaming. Looks ball.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Come on, set. Come on, guys. Hey, no more.
Focus, defense, focus.
Now Jackson on second down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The sack that time by Michael Strahan.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Jackson. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. And an alley to run.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Yellow.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Mahomes. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Set. Take the Pittsburgh.
Check. 45's the mic.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. Shit. Extreme. 218. Leo.
Flare.
After the interception, here's Jackson escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Ready? Right. The mic. Check. 55's the mic.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
45's the mic. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 45's mic. Go.
They're not ready for this.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Aaron Donald able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On is the Hall of Famer Ray Guy to punt this away on 4th down. Here's Ray Guy now on to punt it away. Returnable now for Will. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch time, watch time.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Jackson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
A 27-yard attempt.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front of the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tony Gonzalez in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And this is good, and it makes it a 9-3 ball game.
Makes the score. Visitors 9, 49ers 3. Aldrich Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
Let's go on, easy. Get nervous now. We ain't beginning. 43. Get nervous.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it.